Hello, Diane. How you doing? Hello, Ashley. Already. Hello, Ava. How you doing, girl? It's Amy. How you doing? Well, have you got your giggle and your wiggle down yet, Ava? I'm telling him I said, hey, back. Oh, me. Well, I've been lazy today. Ain't got up and around much. Yeah, Ava, I went back and watched that live stream. Hello, Janice. How you doing, girl? Hello, Miss You Devil. No, not bad. Just hello, Jolly. It's just there. That leg's been busted up so many times, I'm surprised I'm even walking on it. How you doing, Jolly? Miss You Devil. Are you staying out of trouble? Hello, Fairy Duck. That burns, She Devil. That ain't no fun. Well, did y'all get over last night? I laughed so much last night, my throat was sore. You couldn't even blame that on me. Yeah. Well, this live lived up to his name last night. I go, well, last 2 nights. I tell you the one I got tickled at was Michael Ann. That's about as wound up as I ever seen her. Hello, Roman. Hawkins family. How y'all doing? Hey, Timmy Ray. Hey, T. How you doing, Tanya? Well, hello, Saucy Magnet. I think it's the first time you've been in here, isn't it? Welcome in. Hello, Cat. What are you up to, girl? Well, let everybody else have a pretty good day. I appreciate it, Saucy. Pretty good crew over here. The guys are pretty nice. The women get mean in this thing. Hello, Boomer. I mean, Boomer, Lord. I don't know how many times I've done that. Hello, Lance. I didn't see you slide in here. No, it's not all Ron's fault. Now, Steve was wound up like an 8-day clock last night. Did, hello, Solex. Did you say that you talked to him, Diane? Or you heard he needed some ice for his black eye? I didn't say you, T. I just said some of these women. Hello, Angie. What, you talking about Steve, man? Better not be chewing on that shirt. Yeah, uh-huh. I believe that too, Tanya. But kitten got claws and teeth too. Excuse me. My buddy here's daughter just had another little one. That just reminded me, I'm glad I'm old as I am and I ain't got to do that again. Oof, love them kids to death, but I wouldn't want any more. Okay, we won't talk about chocolate and sex then, Janice. Good night, yeah. You better run, Mike. Mm-mm-mm. I didn't know there was so many kinds of chocolate. So, Mr. Mike, how you doing? What are you doing? Crazy dog. I made Rocky sit there and watch Nate feeding his dogs where they were sitting down waiting for it. And Rocky ain't got that kind of manners. I ain't going there, actually. Damn.
What the heck is that?
I don't.
What is that? What is that? What is that? Do you have oh, you do that. Aliens in the attic?
I don't know.
It's gone now.
Yep. Sound like you got a tiger in your tank.
I think you need to make us a widescreen.
Make you into a widescreen?
Well, both of us.
About as wide as it's gonna get right there, I think.
No, I mean like landscape instead of portrait.
Do what?
Click on the see all the buttons right below your picture? Those buttons along the bottom?
Yeah.
Click those until you see you'll see us in
Yeah, the
third button from the left.
third button over.
There you go. So what's new, dude?
Taking it easy tonight.
Me too. I had a busy day. I installed a new sink in my motorhome.
Uh-oh.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, I just start punching buttons till it either happens or
Is
something
it
shuts.
time to get the ladders out?
Somebody changed my name. I get button pushing classes because I'm always pushing the wrong button on my computer, kicking myself out of chats or deleting files or sending weird pictures of Solix to people. He's here, you know. He's in the chat. And he needs to come up and talk about his livestock. Dude, you got 360 subscribers now. Good for you.
Yeah, it's going slow but sure. Come on, T. Come on up.
Who?
Tanya.
Oh, Tanya.
Yeah, she's been supposed to get up there on this thing for I don't know how long.
And she hasn't been up yet?
Yeah, she come up one day and it didn't work out, or something didn't work, and that was close as we got.
What time is it there? 12 or it's 11?
Do what?
Is it 11 there or 12 there?
Yeah, it's just about 12 here.
Yeah, 10 to 1 here. I don't know what I'm doing up so late. I've been up since 5.
I tell you what.
What?
You missed it in here last night. These gals were wound up like an 8-day clock.
That's what somebody was saying that you had a really good live tomorrow. Yesterday.
I sat there and I didn't even say a word. I just sat back and listened.
Really?
It was hilarious.
I mean, every
Your buddy
single
Michael Ann was.
Wow. Past live streams.
Mike. Now look out! Look at 3 months, got 155,000 subs.
Last
That's
night?
before you opened up, and we worked hard for 1,000.
Okay, what's going on? You said some people are in the panel, or
3 months.
is anybody in the panel?
It's up good. It's coming from you, whatever it was. Sound like you was listening to the live stream from last night.
Who was on your panel last night? Anybody?
No, wasn't nobody up here.
Yeah, I just went through it all. And then the night before was just you and Kenny.
Yeah. Yeah, what got the thing started last night was they kept talking about chocolate, and I said, well, I don't care that much for it. And one of them gals said, well, hell, she'd rather have sex. I mean, rather have chocolate if she had sex, and that got it started.
Oh, God. Voices in Lance's head.
Yeah.
Oh, am I frozen? Oh, no, I'm not.
I'm not hearing it now.
It's just my voices in your head and voices in my head. We share the same voices. So when's your next trip? When are you going away for 3 months? When do you leave?
What am I going to do with the late lives? If I've got Starlink, it won't make any difference.
You going to get it for sure?
If I've got Starlink, it won't make any difference.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
You down there somewhere, Lance?
You going to get it? Close is up in his
Starlink, it
basement.
won't make any difference.
Oh, my God. Here we
You
go.
down there somewhere, Lance?
So once you get down, you need to turn your YouTube off, you silly monkey.
Yeah, you need to turn some YouTube off or something.
I just got home and I
I
landed
need
my
to-
UFO on top of the house.
So let's turn YouTube off.
I did.
Come on down.
What?
Okay. It's a long ride, so give me some time.
Okay.
I'm hearing him through you, Lance.
Oh, crap.
Thank you. Oh, Daryl.
Oh, Ron Darrell. Hello, Ron Darrell.
22 chipmunks.
There we go.
So let's got a new toy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I've been talking to Elmer about the chipmunks, and he's going to
Ooh,
invite me to the club.
Holy moly.
Oh, my stars.
I can't make out anything. That's all that.
I know. Who can understand chipmunk language?
Hmm.
Hello, Whammy. I didn't see you sliding in here, girl.
You know what's really hard to do? Standing on top of a
Michael.
ladder with your mouse clicking buttons way the heck down there.
Gone, Michael Ann. Dang, you quitting early tonight.
Oh, dear.
Hmm.
What the heck?
It's your microphone. It scared everybody away.
No, I know. I was using my alien voice.
Kathleen says, gee, so it's nice of you to drop in.
Seeing if I dyed my beard with that chili enough. I need more chili. I'm telling you, chili is a natural dye.
Yeah, this tomatoes. They just make everything red, right?
I think it's the carni. I don't speak French, so I have no idea what carni means.
I would like a hamburger.
And it's a little slingo.
I would like a hamburger.
And a little slingo.
Ron's going, what's wrong with this guy? I would like a Vin.
Say, Mike, how old are you? I know it's your birthday today.
Whose? Bill's?
Mike, yeah.
It's his birthday every day.
So how's everybody doing? I've been following it. In fact, I was going to rewatch your last one because I heard it was a good one.
Yeah, the last couple ones have been wild. You can't never tell about this much. It'll be just as quiet in here one night, and the next night it'd be rocking and rolling.
Nate Dogg was telling me that he just was cracking his ass up all night long.
Who was that?
Nate Dogg?
Oh, yeah. Just, that was right. Now, I tell you what, I didn't have to say a word. I just sat back and watched it last night. They going in chat. Hell, you couldn't talk and read the chat fast enough.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Oh, anniversary.
Look at grumbling like a friggin' bear at my door.
Well, go let him in.
No,
Maybe-
actually, I looked this up. You go online and you look the maps up of every sighting of Bigfoot. And actually where Lance is at, there was one sighting. So, hey, I'm just saying.
In Subtle Beach?
Yeah. The Bigfoot map shows, and then there's one just outside of Toronto. So you guys got a lot of Bigfoot up there.
Okay, I'm Googling that.
Good.
We don't call him Bigfoot here. What do we call him here? Sasquatch or something?
Yeah, hairy bear.
No, I'm not doing that.
So I was actually telling Victoria May on her thing, and I forgot to mention that, but the satellite photography is what showed everybody where everything is at. Oops, pushing buttons. Are you giving Ron Darrell classes, Lance?
Where do you go? Well, welcome to the Lance and Solek Wackadoodle Show.
We got the power.
We've got the power. I'm going to go to bed, so I'm going to leave you here by yourself.
I get Ron Darrell back. Wait, hang on. Oh, he's back.
I got to go to bed. 1 o'clock in the morning. I just want to say hi, Ron, see how you're doing.
22.
And I remember, dude, I'm going to be coming to see you next February, eh?
19. Voice
When I'm in Texas.
Hey, boys.
Hello, Bill.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, Solix.
How you doing, Willie?
I seen you drop in. I can't do something like that.
I literally dropped in.
I know. I know.
Well,
Yeah, I had a hard day recovering from last night there, Ron. Geez, too much chocolate last night.
what's it about?
No, I just wanted to come up there. I watched Ann's video today. It's one of the best videos I've seen. So I just
I watched it too after you told
had
me. It was
everybody
good.
go and watch Ann's video there. Though it's pretty cool.
I watched it right after you told me to watch it.
Yeah, I tell everybody to watch stuff.
Is that the waterfall one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she was in Oregon.
I want to ask her something about the video. So when she's taking the picture of the waterfall, and there's that one tree off to the side of the waterfall, really skinny pine tree, there is a little cross on the top up there. Is that a real cross, or is that just part of the tree? Man says it's a tree. I say it's a regular cross.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, she's in chat there.
Yeah. So the question is
Ann should
there
come
a
up.
cross? Did somebody fall off of that upper balcony into the rocks below? And they put a cross up on the side of the hill?
Oh,
We're getting an echo from somebody.
Not me.
I'm going to mute me.
Oh, maybe. put my earphones in.
Yeah.
Nope.
that's-
What do you,
No,
what do you mean?
I don't have echo on you. Say something, Solak.
Something.
Quiet.
Flash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something.
Yeah. Something.
Well, it ain't him. All right, you can, Lance. Let's see if
Well, it ain't him, but I think it's you, Lance.
Not me.
Not me.
Here,
Do
I'll
I have
mute. You tell me.
Ron, do I have to keep saying what you're saying all the time?
I don't know. Up to you. Oh. I tell you what, your puppy videos are turning out real good. They doing pretty good for you, Ann?
Ann does good videos. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, man.
I tell you what, some of these new people are just putting me to shame. Like Bree,
Yeah.
man, those waterfalls and stuff of Bree's were just fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, there was waterfalls in her. I was watching the waterfalls.
Do what?
I wasn't watching no waterfalls. There's waterfalls in her videos.
One on Bree.
I like it when you put the camera back and you get into the shot. That's nice. Really gives you perspective on of the waterfall's majesty.
You know, that's something we don't have much of here in Texas. There's a few there. I don't know, probably half a dozen of them, but that's about it.
Oh, you guys got some decent mountains and forested areas. I'm sure you get some waterfalls up there.
And you really don't. It's surprising.
Looks like I got to do a waterfall video for you boys.
I can think of 3 or 4 of them, and that's about it.
I'm going to get a 5-gallon bucket and pour it in front of my camera, and that's all my waterfall
Do the
videos.
bucket challenge.
And, you know, we go all the way from below sea level to about 8,000 foot around El Paso. But you got different, but there's just not that much water here. You know, every valley y'all got up there in Montana's got a little creek running down the middle of it.
With gold in it.
Yeah. And not that way here.
19.
T.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Janice is on the roll now, Ron. Watch
Yeah.
out.
She trying to get on my case because I'm not house broke.
1 for Janice, 0 for Ron.
I told him I was house broke. I just wasn't weaned. What you laughing about, Lance?
Nothing, sir.
He's thinking the
Sure.
same thing.
Sure, sir.
Lance started talking like this when I said that.
Yeah, he likes imitating people.
No, I don't.
Lance, I found out something new. You got to try this. Okay, take your mouse and mouse over where your panel is on the panel. And then there's that little funny icon that pops. It says picture in picture.
You talk about here or in the underground?
Anywhere where when using StreamYard. So there's this little icon that when you mouse up to your picture, and this little icon pops up on the top center.
Picture in the panel?
I don't get it.
Yeah, it says picture in picture. So you can pull the picture of each individual. Wait a minute. Oh no, only you and me can do that. Or maybe it's
You're on
only either.
the wrong one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing StreamYard. Here, I'll show you. Show you what I mean. All right. Demonstration time. You got to go back down. Put me with everybody. Okay. So if you mouse over, you see that little icon that pops up right there? Right there?
No.
Well, that's too large.
Okay. Now I'm going to. All right. So now I'm going to go up here and I'm going to pull Lance down. See,
Okay.
Lance is
Long
gone.
as it's not my pants.
But now I've got Lance over here. I can put him anywhere.
I
And if
can't do that.
I'm on another web browser, I can still see and talk to Lance and junk and stuff.
You do
So-
that. I
I
don't
know.
see that little button.
Okay, and then if you mouse over your picture in picture, you can get it right back to where it was. Watch, here we go. Ta-da!
Huh. You must
That's
have a
the
newer,
coolest,
you have a newer version of StreamYard.
that's the coolest thing ever.
Hey, Mo Bang.
Oh, somebody pushed a button. I'm trying to get him to push buttons, and he did.
Mo
Hello.
Bang.
Jaws, how y'all doing tonight?
Hell y'all. Hell y'all.
Oh, Kenny he's got that southern drawl going pretty good himself.
Get the razor, Solich. Get the razor.
This thing got too darn long for it to go like this. There's no Simon Legree. It got too.
Wow.
It goes. I can go all the way back past my ears. That's impressive. All right, I'm going for Guinness Book of World Records here, people.
You got a ways to go then.
Yeah, at least 80 years. I saw that one guy. But they all have fake mustaches. Their mustaches actually right here grows faster than the lips. And so their mustaches come down here and then they go out. And so they're fakely using this and saying this is their mustache. That's not a mustache. Come on, Guinness. What are you talking about? I think. Oh, Hank Evans, he's back. All right.
Yeah, you pushed the wrong button.
I clicked on the little duck symbol at the top left-hand corner.
I told you I was getting into push buttons.
So I don't know how you can do that with the pictures.
Is it cool? That's cool, though, isn't it?
Try it in the underground. What happens?
Yeah, I haven't tried in the underground yet. The only one in the underground is me.
Good night to you.
Got a question for you there, Solich.
Oh, I can't do it to myself. Nope, I can't do it to myself, and I gotta mute you. Can't do it to myself, and I can't do it to you on this. Why can I do it on Ron Darrell's then?
I don't know. He must have a newer version of StreamYard.
I can only do it with you or me. I can't do it on Ron Darrell or Mike. So here, I'm going to do it on me. Ready?
You're on the other one, I tell you.
So, and I can pull Lance down. Oops. Oh, I can only do one picture in picture at a time. I learned
As long as
something.
it's not my pants you're pulling down.
I thought I could pull everybody down and go to other browsers, still be on the panel chatting responsibly.
Fury just has a question for you there, Solich.
I'm still
I got a
here.
question.
Yeah.
446 light years. Hey, you ask. I have no idea where they are, so I had to give you some answer. Now, Gracie and Dow, I think, are, I know where they're at. They're about 450 miles. Right?
Is that light years?
No, I just added light years because that's just that's my science brain heading in there. I'm
I
critical
know.
thinking here, people.
Martian distance.
Martian distance.
That mustache is pulling Solex's brain too hard.
That's the weirdest thing.
Did you hear Ron Darrell?
Are you getting an echo or what's the matter?
That's the damnedest thing I've ever. Oh, something's happened with my body, and I'm exploring. This ear has been ringing for the past 45 years, ever since I was in the military.
Yeah.
I got military disability for ringing in my ear. In fact, sometimes it's so loud, you have to yell for me to hear you. This ear's never rung. This ear just now stopped ringing, and this ear's ringing like a son of a gun. How's that possible?
I'm going to tell you what now. There's not many people will understand this. I got both my eardrums busted overseas.
Right?
And ever since then, well, I've had the ringing in my ears, but it's continuous. But every once in a while, it'll just shut off.
Yeah.
And that bothers me a hell of a lot more than a damn ringing. I'm used to the ringing, but that silence gets me, boy. And in a few minutes, it's ringing again.
I went down to the VA and went through this massive battery of tests. I mean, one test was 8 hours long. And just weeks and weeks of tests like that just to figure out my ear. They did the whole MRI thing and and the whole 9 yards. And they said exactly what my neurologist up at the hospital over here said. That the nerves have no longer function in the ear, right? That's what they told me. But what just happened now cannot happen.
Let me
It's a
get
medical. I have no. Oh wow! Everything's so. I got to turn you guys down because you're so loud.
Maybe that's why you switched gears.
It's just-
I tell you what, I got some hearing tests here about a year and a half ago, and I knew both my eardrums had been busted. And that doctor asked me, said, "Have you had surgery on your ears?" I said, "No." I said, "They've both been busted, both eardrums busted." He said, "Well, they grew back." I said, "They've healed up." And I didn't know an eardrum could heal up. I thought once they were busted, they were busted. And he said, "No,
Right.
once in a while you get somebody that eardrums to grow back together, you know."
Well, that's what we were taught when we were younger, and we just stuck with it, didn't we?
Okay, I'm back.
And in fact, when we were younger, they said once you lose your brain cell, that's it. No, now we find out we regrow brain cells. So what we were told when we were younger is one thing,
Well,
and we accepted it as gospel. And but today, now we're starting to learn. So neurological damage on eardrums and stuff like that's one thing. But I don't think you had neurological damage, did you?
I tell you what, we were using a different set of brain cells too then.
Yeah, I was in Navy, and here's what happened. So we had a 6-inch thick bulkhead between me and the steam catapult brake. A steam catapult is the thing that launches the aircraft down the aircraft carrier, right? But the tube underneath is like 50 feet long, and it comes to this really tiny needle point. The only way to stop that is with a water brake. So they got this bladder, a giant bladder that the needle fits in, and that's what stops it. It's louder than a howitzer. In my office, they always put it on the other side of that wall. I've had people weld things onto the wall that wouldn't stick. So that's what happened to my ears. Shell shock. No wonder she's so goofy. Shell shock.
And that's the kind of guy that named himself Wackadoodle.
Right. Hey, I don't care anymore.
I was about 2 miles away when they blew the biggest ammo dump in Vietnam up. Woo.
Interesting thing that Timmy Ray King took that observation. So back in the time when the Gettysburg movie was going on and everything, yeah, one of my relatives was General Edward Suttle Godfrey, who had the exact same mustache I have.
So what's your last name?
Suttle.
Well, Doodle.
Didn't you? Did I say? Yeah, I should have. Yeah. Oh, that's not the right word. Yeah, you're right, Lance. Hey, we all have a brain fart every now and again. Mea culpa.
Way to go.
What are you hiding behind that picture for, Lance?
I'm in bed now, Ron.
Oh yeah, what are you hiding behind that picture there, Lance?
What are you hiding?
I'm in bed. I got in bed.
So you want to know how close I am to Lance? All his lights are out. You can't see him, but I have the power.
Oh God, here we go. What is he showing?
I can be in two places at one time. Where are you at there, Lance? Oh, okay. Oh, you still here.
I gotta bring my microphone over so you can hear me better.
This is an experiment. You guys love this.
Damn.
We're gonna see if my flashlight. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna see if my flashlight can reach 1,200 miles up to where Lance is at.
Not gonna work. Sorry.
Oh no. Yeah, you guys think lithium's cool. Wait till you see the new batteries. Come on. Come on. Let's try this flashlight out.
Can't. I'm in bed.
Oh, what a party pooper.
Sorry, buddy. I'm in bed.
So, Ron, I hear there's some things going on down there in Texas.
What do you mean?
Yeah. What do you mean?
What do you mean? I was doing a conversation starter. I have no idea what's going on in Texas. I just put it that way. What's going on? What's going on there in Canada?
Hell, I never admit up to anything until I know what I'm getting into.
You see, and you call me smart? No, that's a smart guy right there. Don't make a commitment, man.
Hell no.
In Canada, we're just being friendly and nice.
Handing out chocolates to everybody.
Lance,
Yeah.
did you find your motorhome yet?
Did I find it?
I thought you were looking for one of them lazy days.
Oh, they went out of business, eh? They closed.
Really?
Yeah, about a month ago.
Huh, I didn't know that.
They didn't announce it or anything. They just somebody went by with a camera to videotape it, and they were all closed up.
So he just one day, the owner just said, "Frell it, I'm closing."
Yeah. Apparently,
Wow.
somebody tried to find this information. And he found out that they just couldn't do their jobs because of supply chain issues.
Well, I know every RV place, sales place there is around here in Texas. You couldn't put another trailer on them lots. They got so many trailers they don't know what to do with. And I know Keystone up in Elkhart shut down 4 or 5 of their plants.
Well, I heard one thing. Elon Musk is moving his operation. I'm sorry, Lance. I talked for you. Go ahead.
You're getting an echo, that's all.
Okay. Well, I heard that Elon Musk is moving his operation to
There's
Texas,
Lance got something going on there.
and with that, yeah, you're getting reverb from your speakers.
Yeah.
I can't understand you. You got something echoing back. You need to turn the volume down or something.
Lance
Okay.
has got something going on.
Okay, just mute me. I'll listen.
So the second thing I noticed is they found an immense lithium deposit down there in Southern California, over there by Slab City. What does they call that? Salton Sea. So I'm thinking that he's going to be opening up his lithium plants in Texas as well. I don't know, but I do know that he said that he is now expanding his operation. Is that in Texas?
Well, he's got 3 or 4 locations here in Texas already, but he's supposed to move that Tesla deal to Texas, I think. The main
Right.
Tesla plant is in California. I think it's coming to Texas.
Yeah, and with the Tesla plant comes the Tesla battery plant. There's 2 separate plants. And
So-
with that new lithium deposit, yeah, he could expand it tenfold if he wanted to, because now he has the material to make batteries for his cars.
His rocket plant is about 30 miles from me. Every time they fire one of them rockets off, hell, it rattles my window.
Oh, is that right?
Where they test all the rockets. And
The SpaceX one or what?
do what?
The SpaceX one?
Yeah, SpaceX is.
30 miles away, it rattles your window. So I wonder if somebody 10 miles away, if it broke their windows. Have you ever heard anything about that?
But now he's got another place down in South Texas, deep South Texas, and he's building a town down there. That's where he's building these fold-out tiny houses and all kind of stuff right down on the tip of Texas. And
That's
they got
for
another
solar-
rocket launching deal down there. Then they've got one in California.
That's
and,
for Solus Relatives there.
Yep.
Yeah, about 400 years ago when I was down here probing, there's a lot of Soluxes running everywhere today. I got relatives everywhere.
Yeah. That old boy, the only thing I'm scared of, I hope somebody don't try to tap him. He's stepping on a lot of toes, boy. Woo.
There's a John Wayne Museum in Texas.
Got a question there for you, Ron.
Hmm?
Question for you from Timmy.
Yeah, hang on just a minute. Let me. I'm gonna, Lance. I'm gonna mute you for just a minute.
Me too.
Yeah. Now, what was it?
About the John Wayne Museum.
I don't think that's in Texas. I think that's in Arizona. I've been on John Wayne's ranch out there in Arizona.
Well, it makes sense because the Alamo movie, that was pretty popular.
Yeah,
And that was shot in Texas.
Yeah, the Alamo is, but I mean, there's a lot of San Jacinto and there's Goliad. You know, you got some history places here, but I guess Alamo is the most famous one.
Oh, the Chisholm Trail and all that.
Yeah,
A lot of movies.
Oh shoot, I forgot.
but you know, Lonesome Dove is a life story of a old boy named him. What the hell is his name? Goodnight, Charles Goodnight, and he was a Texas Ranger, and that's actually a true story. They opened my Chisholm Trail up.
Oh, yeah.
I had to put my ladder down. Chisholm Trail, that was a good show.
Yeah, but I haven't seen anything on John Wayne as far as a deal going. I'm
You got a question.
gonna turn this back on here.
The question for you, Lance.
What's the question?
You going M22?
Yep. Who's asking?
Angie and Rick's Family Adventures.
Yep. We're seeing there, Angie.
But now we got
I
right
want to
here.
clarify that. She didn't say, "Are you going?" She said, "Are you coming to M22?" Does that make any difference?
Lance, you got something that's echoing back bad. I can mute you and it cuts it out.
I don't know why. I got nothing else on.
Yeah, I've never heard you do this before.
Where's your phone? You got
Yeah,
YouTube
mine-
on somewhere?
It's not echoing now. That I've got something here in Waco that they got the Texas Ranger Hall of Fame here in Waco, and that's pretty interesting.
You know, the Texas Ranger did make a really good name for themselves.
Yeah, that's a good one. Is that where it's at, Floss?
Winterset, Iowa. We were way away. So Floss slash Pug Sunset 1 said John Wayne Museum is in Winterset, Iowa. Oops.
I've seen that sign up there before. Seen a sign at the home of John Wayne, I think. You know, it's funny. You'd be driving across this old country, and all of a sudden there'd be a movie star, a sign about a movie star was born here. You know, Billy the Kid.
They had a casting call for the TV series Yellowstone here in town. I thought about doing it, but I looked at it and it said, well, they'll pay for the COVID test. You have to pay for the shots. We're only going to pay you $120. I'm going, for the whole show? Yeah. I thought actors got paid mega bucks.
You got me. Timmy Ray, I've never heard of it. They may have one up there, but I've never heard of it.
Lake of Dreams Campground, Michigan. United States Plunker.
Angie, what are you up to, girl? I tell you what, it's funny. Billy the Kid was, they've got about 4 burial sites for Billy the Kid out there around Santa Rosa, New Mexico. Yeah, he must have died a bunch of times out there.
Do you think that's a thing that they did with criminals is they just thought they got Billy the Kid, and so they buried him, said it was, and because they did that with Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. They did not die in Bolivia, but they had grave sites for them.
One of them, Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. One of them, I saw an interview with him.
He died in 1945 in Spokane.
Yeah, it was an interview way back, with black and white type stuff. And there's an old boy here in Gatesville, about 60 miles here, swore up and down that he was Billy the Kid that died here a few years ago.
Go ahead, Lance.
Oh, he was going to shut her.
Oh, that was you. Go ahead, Willie.
But if somebody make a buck off of it, they'll do something with it.
So my grandfather in the 20s during Prohibition hopped on his horse and he goes to a roadhouse. The roadhouse happened to be where the Hole in the Wall gang was, and he won in a poker hand the FUF brand off of Butch Cassidy. And
shut down
nobody in the family believed him. Everybody said that Butch Cassidy died in Bolivia in 1891. No, he didn't. We didn't know that. We thought he died. And so my grandfather took this joke to his grave. We were doing our genealogy, trying to find one of our direct relatives was with Benteen, and another one who was Thomas. He was with Custer. And we asked my grandfather that question: was Thomas the brother of Edward, who was with Benteen? And my grandfather says, no, that was a dark-skinned dude. And he took that joke with him to the grave. Here's the thing: there was no Lieutenant Thomas in the 7th Cavalry who was darker skinned. Because he was mad at us because we didn't believe him that he won that FUF brand off of Butch Cassidy. Couldn't have.
Well, history's got a way of having 4 or 5 versions to everything that comes up. And,
all forms of history, exactly. I got so frustrated with history in high school, I just left. I left high school. I needed a half a credit in history and 1 credit in English to graduate, and I just challenged it. So I'm done with this because the history they were teaching us. I'm a nerd. Everybody goes out and smokes a cigarette or goes grabs some candy in the store across the street, kind of a thing, right? No, I'm in the library during breaks, reading everything, and history that they're teaching is not what was in the books.
Hey, it loves you. How you doing?
Oh, okay. I muted Lance.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting the echo off of Solex when I've got Lance open here.
Okay, I'm closing two.
They got extra things opened up. They got to shut them down.
I just closed off 2 browsers. How's it sound now?
It's better, but it's still got an echo to it.
Oh, is this thing turned on? Oh, it's turned on. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, it's Lance now.
I don't know.
Lance has got to shut the browsers down.
Okay, well, no, it's me if my little bubble does the same thing Lance's bubble's doing. But you guys got to talk.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Lance pushing the wrong button. Hello, love. Good night, Miss A. If you're still there.
Well, it's not me. Maybe it is me. I can't tell. I'm not a... You want to know about biochemical engineering? Fine. But when it comes to this kind of technology, I haven't got a clue.
Well, I'm going to do this again.
Yeah, just mute Lance.
I muted Lance. Now talk. So
well, let's do this. I'm going to leave and then come back and then find out if it was me or Lance.
See, we don't have any echo at all now.
Lance has got something going on there. He just can't reach the controls.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the deal is. Once in a while, Kenny's will do that. He'll say he has everything off, but I think sometimes you get bleed back if you got 3 or 4 deals open there.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he had.
That's what
Yeah.
that's what they say you have the earbuds for. So your microphone and your earbuds won't pick up the computer.
I think I round filed mine.
Ain't no telling. Sometimes this thing gets goofy as hell. I like westerns and old stories about the old timers that
Hey,
lived in
Floss.
the country. They were some tough hombres, you know it. Tough people.
Ella loves you. Hey, miss you loves you. How's the weather in the Philippines? Let's see. This time of year, actually, it should be pretty good weather this time of year. No, wait. Is this monsoon season for the Philippines? Oh, it's been so long, I can't even remember anymore.
I don't know. Jump in your spaceship and go find out.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna climb up. Well, that's just too much work. And besides, my friend's up there, and he didn't bring his human skin suit with him, so I don't want him getting down here.
I can see you getting one of them.
I know.
I'll tell you what, that country is, I don't know if they still got it. That thing used to have one of the roughest airports coming in and out of Manila. The damn landing field went out in the ocean.
Yeah, I spent most of my time down there in Subic, where the naval base was at.
We flew in there one time, and there was water going over the damn landing strip out in the ocean, waves splashing over it. Now, you talk about a weird ass landing now.
Whoa! When we were in Subic, we had a monsoon warning. They couldn't get that aircraft carrier out of the port fast enough. So we got back 2 days after the monsoon, 2 feet of water down the Longapo Drive. And what does the smart Solex do? He wears a $500 pair of Stetson boots, and he wears his corduroy Stetson pants and shirt and ties and hats and Stetson and everything. There's $2,000 clothes on my back, and I'm walking around in 2 feet of water. Ruined it all.
You got some comments here for you, Solix.
Hey, the sun is the sun is out there. Wow.
There you go.
I'm not a fan of Melbourne. And it's not Melbourne's fault. It's a guy who lives in Melbourne's fault. Colleague. Long story.
I don't know where Kenny's at. Hello, James. How you doing?
Good
Well,
night,
actually,
And you have a good night, gal. Appreciate you coming
Keep the
in.
videos coming in. Doing a good job.
so loves
Yeah.
you.
You done a great job on them videos on the puppy stoop. You know, some people just got a knack for things, and I think Bree and Ann both got a knack for doing those videos.
Well, you watch enough of them.
And you know what? Sometimes it is tough to get a good shot because why? There's 150 other people on the trail in front of you, and you just can't get your camera set in a good angle to get the people out of the picture, right? That's brutal.
Yeah.
Who the heck is Wackadoodle?
I don't know. Who the hell's Little Pissy?
Wackadoodles. Wackadoodle Solix.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't make any bones about it. Any videos I make, most of the time it's just a one-shot deal.
Yeah. I'm not big on editing at all.
They,
Well, I'm not big on it. I just don't know. I don't know how to do it.
I can do it, but I can't believe some of these people sit down and put 10, 12 hours, 14 hours on a video.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Mike, if you want to take a video and spend 3 or 4 hours, that's how you edit videos.
No, No, you
I
can't.
know, and everybody thinks, no. You go out there, you shoot a video, and you just stick it on there, and you guys gotta get paid by YouTube money. No, that's not how it works.
No.
It's an 8-hour job to get a freaking 15-minute video up.
Hi, James. How you doing, bud?
It depends on the video too. There's
Right.
some of these damn videos get overproduced.
Oh,
So-
yeah. Yeah.
Where they're so damn worried about the shots and all that kind of stuff, it sort of loses something.
That's what I
Well,
was telling a few
there's a
people.
guy, that guy out there called The Beast. You ever heard of that fella?
No.
No, I never have.
He just got his first 100 million subs.
No, they got
Anyway, he's. I looked it up. How much was that? He gets millions per year off of his videos, but that's really not important. What I think he does, I think he hires 2 people full time just to edit his videos.
yeah. Once they get up big enough, that's what they do. I
Diane's
follow one named Adam Sandoval has got a motorcycle channel, and he's got about close to a 500,000 subs, but he's got 4 or 5 people work for him. He got cameramen and let edit and all that kind of stuff. You know,
So
Josh, if you enjoy it, I mean, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only
So-
reason I started editing, because I wanted to edit shit out that I said that, it wasn't kosher. So that's the only editing that I'd really do. But I want to, this is the unwritten thing. How many people out there would edit their video just to edit out a little split second of something you did or said? Huh? Hands up in the chat.
Or Dead Space.
I do it.
Diane's got a good point.
I've sort of got a rule that I follow on the editing. If on a video, I'm not going to take over an hour. You know, if I need to cut some stuff out and do some stuff, that's fine. But I'm not going to spend more than an hour on it.
You want to know why I don't like it? You're editing. You got videos to put up there, but now you have 100 hours of videos you haven't even edited yet. You're way behind.
I know y'all do some neat videos, y'all. I'm not criticizing that at all. I'm just talking about me. And I think
Some of us
there's
just don't like editing. We just shoot and that's what you get.
some people like it.
I do.
And my trouble is I've got enough ideas on videos that I can make 100 videos right now. Because I'm into so many different things and building stuff and hunting and motorcycles and, airboats and I could literally sit down and do 100 videos.
You see, Brene, I was telling you, you're over a year behind now.
Just put them up there, Brene. We'll watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll edit it for you. No, you got to take that out.
I think you're right. Right, Josh. But I really think there's about 3 kinds of videos.
And really, leave the butt crack part in
And the chocolates.
because it's enjoyable. Yeah, what was it with the chocolates last night?
You know what'll make you mad?
You had to watch. You had to be there. So let's.
Like I was telling Kenny the other night, there's a little old gal that rides motorcycles that's got a video channel. And she's a nice looking woman, but she doesn't dress in a bikini or short shorts or any of that kind of stuff. I mean, just regular clothes. But she's sort of pretty in the face. She's been on YouTube for 3 months and she got 155,000 subs.
Well, my channel has no content on it, and I'm up to 270 now.
Yeah, 155,000 subs.
This entire year, I lost 1 sub.
Oh, sorry, Solix.
Oh, that was you. Excellent. You know how hard it was been for me to get rid of subs? It's brutal. I get message. Somebody said to me, I haven't had a video up in 6 months. What are they subbing to me for?
Well, Janice, I got one in about 2 more days I'll put up on that.
Yeah, Memorials. Yeah, memories.
That's,
I can't see it.
I started that here a while back, and that's been sort of fun. Because every time you get to thinking about telling about something, you remember something else. You know, it's amazing what you remember when you're 3 or 4 years old.
Janice is on the roll.
You know, nobody can argue against Diane for her comment.
Oh, Janice
Yeah.
cracks me up.
If there's two girls fighting, the guys don't care if anybody's getting hurt. They just want to get,
Yeah.
pull that bra off.
Well, you know, y'all got your rock and that, and like going to that powwow you were talking about, and your puppies, and so you got some varied content too. And some of these people have got
That's the thing, Ron. Everybody's got content, but
Yeah.
they think it's not worthy, but it is because that's what they actually do. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's what I like to see is what's actually happening, right?
well, that's like these lives that were run in.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. You don't edit the lives, do you? No.
It's easy. These lives are easy.
Yeah.
I started watching this one channel called the Motorhome Experiment, and they were just going to do it for a year, and they started out, but you know, after about 3 years, then they had about 4,000 subscribers. 3 years. Today, they're over 50,000 subscribers. So it takes time to gain those subscribers. It just doesn't happen overnight. And you're finding that out, aren't you, Ron?
Damn. Now I just unmuted him, and that echoes back.
Yeah, it's Lynn's. Just other stuff going on.
Yeah, something. Well, I go out tickle. I've run, and I sure didn't intend to do this. I decided I was going to push YouTube a little bit more, and so I decided I was going to do one live a week, and I was going to put one video up a week.
And how's that working out for you?
Yeah, so far I think I've got 3 that got 200 and something lives, and haven't put too many videos, or put 1 or 2 up.
And no butt cracks.
No butt crack. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. That's like one video I got in there, and I said I don't think I'm built for YouTube. I haven't got big boobs or a cute butt or wear a bikini or.
Yeah, we don't have butts.
So.
So let me ask this question. So somebody's doing their videos, but they always, at the end of their videos, put their bloopers in. Is that one of your favorite parts of the video?
It could be, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Those bloopers, because it makes
the TV
makes it
shows used to
real.
do that.
What's that?
They used to have a TV show, the bloopers on TV.
Right.
Yeah.
But they still kind of do. They call it all kinds of things now, but
it had a separate show.
America's Funniest Home Videos now. But it used to be the bloopers. But I think if you put up bloopers, your mistakes, it makes you more real to your
exactly.
audience.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, people stay through the reason they do that. They'll stay through the video to see the bloopers because the bloopers are usually funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's just like, you know, on these saying I won't do it. But they've got the deal where you got to be subbed to a channel for a minute or 5 minutes or something before you can type. Now I won't do that, but that does get you a lot of subs that people are going there and sub up for a minute and don't unsub it, you know.
No, just as I say, is shoot and show.
Yeah, but that just aggravates the hell out of me if I want to sort of look at a channel and you got to sit there and wait for a minute or 5 minutes. I won't do it. I'm gone.
See, what the funny thing is too, Ron, is like you watch a lot of these nature, I watch a lot of tent people, and you'll see they'll set the camera up and you'll see them walk down a trail or something like that. Well, they got to set the camera up, go for the walk, turn the camera on, edit that out, go get the camera, go up to the next section. I go, really?
I did that one time.
I'd be tired with it the first time.
I found an undiscovered placer mine, or natural, and I did that. And I set the camera 50 feet back on the path, and I'd walk up the path with my backpack, go back and get the camera and set it and bring it forward. Then I'd go all the way back where I was, and I'd walk up the same path I just walked up 4 times ago. Yeah, that producing or that directing it's tough.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, from what I see, it looks like the ideal video is from 8 to 10 minutes, somewhere in that neighborhood. They, because people's, unless you got something going that really interests somebody.
Oh, I got now. Yes, Janice. Some people do that, but not everybody. And I think it takes 2 hours. You have to wait 2 hours after the video has uploaded to YouTube before the chat will show up.
Well, there's a deal you can punch in there that lets it go ahead and show up. I haven't done it on this one, but they there's a way you make it just show up right after you get off of it. But if you don't set it that way, well, it's 3 or 4 hours before it show up, or 12 hours.
In defense of that function, I'll say this: that it gives the host of the panel the opportunity to reread the chat. Maybe they missed something that might be controversial, and they'll get flagged for it. Right?
Yeah. Well, I tell you what I've got where I do. If I'm making travel videos, the noise, I don't like music on videos particularly. And because most of the time it's so damn loud, you can't hear what people are saying.
Yeah.
And so most of my videos are, I kill the sound on it, and it's just a voiceover. I'll go back and do that. You don't have to worry about the wind blowing and all that business,
Wow.
So,
next day.
So I do mine a little bit different. Now again, I haven't even got 400 subs. So I'm a real good one to be talking, but I do it for the fun of it. Hell,
Yeah.
That's what I'm in here for. And if we didn't have fun on these lives, I wouldn't be running them every night.
I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, and and the people in that chat right there is what makes it chat.
Oh, they're
It's just because
hilarious.
I'm just a natural wise ass, and I've got just enough of a smart ass to get them going sometime, and then they take over.
So I agree, kind of sometimes with Jolie Matilda. She likes the voiceovers. Traveling Robert does those voiceovers pretty well.
Well, I found out that I can do the voiceovers and do them a whole lot faster than I can go in there and try to adjust the sound and the wind and all that business.
I'm never going to do a voiceover. That's just too complicated. It'd explode my brain.
Your inner voice would come out.
Where is my inner voice anyway?
But another thing is that, like on the motorcycle helmets, you put those speakers in that helmet. Well, as deep as my voice is, boy, it gives them speakers hell. I've got if I talk loud at all, it just blows the lid off the damn thing.
Sounds like you're talking to yourself, Ron.
Yeah, well, it's just like right now, I can't tell how loud I'm talking. That's the reason I talk as low as I do, because it sounds like I'm, talking real loud. But,
My livestock is back to feed.
No, Jolly, they're really not. You can go in there and I don't know what you do your videos on, but you just take the soundtrack, just record it and let the soundtrack go ahead and record, and then go in and mute that soundtrack. And then most of these programs have got a deal where you can voice over while you're watching the video, and so it's really not bad. Yeah, it works for me, and everybody's got their own deal.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey,
I'm a bachelor.
Everybody finds their little gimmick.
Let him have his delusions.
well, I'm going to start trying to put some more videos out, and then I've got that memoir deal that I'm just going to sort of go through the life history on that one. But I'm not going to change this. I'm going to keep doing this. There.
Yeah, I like to hear about the history of places, not just the video. I like to hear what about it, you know? So yeah, I agree with Angie and Rick there. It'd be nice to hear about the history in a voiceover.
Well, and you know, the reason I started doing that, the deal on my life sort of, is that there's so many times I wish I could sit down and talk to my dad or my mom or my grandparents about something that happened, or, you know, where they lived or that kind of stuff. And once that's gone, it's gone. I mean, you might find where your heritage came from, but that doesn't give you any details on their life or anything. And that's the reason I'm doing this, where my grandkids and kids can look back at this one of these days and say, oh, hell, I remember that, you know. And hopefully that's the way to turn out. But we'll see. I'm not really doing the videos for anybody but me. That's what that's going to be about. You know.
What's that?
Sound like a truck or something.
You got traffic by your house here, Solix?
Yeah, I was looking up the monitor. I got two young guys walking by. Here's the problem. I'll show you the problem. So I got these 3 lawnmowers. I can't get them going. And I stuck them in my yard. So I bought that lawnmower right there. That's an electric cordless lawnmower. Love that thing. So my other 3 lawnmowers I put outside my fence 4 days ago. I can't get anybody to steal them. Sheesh. I have to put a free sign on it or something.
Boy, they getting on my case over here.
I don't know who they're talking about, and I'm not responding because I'm thinking it's me. Yeah. Embarrass me. What are you talking about me?
Oh, it's coming through Lance's thing still.
Oh, I haven't heard it in Lance's thing for a while now.
He's got something. He's got another window open or something.
He's sleeping. I seen that guy fall asleep inside of 30 seconds.
I'd
Like
send
that.
him down in the basement, Ron, if you want.
The only other creature on the planet I've ever seen fall asleep that fast is a cat. Boy, he can fall asleep fast.
What do you mean? What's going to be stolen, Joe? I missed something.
Celix's lawnmowers.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Well, here's the story. Is when I first moved in here for the next 3 years.
Yeah, send Lance down the basement if you want, Ron. Because he's coming through his feed there. He's sleeping anyway.
So in that 3 year period of time, I lost 4 lawnmowers, 6 bicycles, 2 barbecuers. You know, and so anyway, so I made a complaint to the police department, and I asked them to provide me a bait bike. And they said, we don't do that, not in our town apparently. So I made up my own bait bike. Oh, nobody took it. But the thing is about that, after I made that complaint to the police department, now 4 times a day the police department drive through my neighborhood, and I can't get anybody to steal shit anymore. I'm trying to get rid of this crap.
My shop got to getting broke into, and I got tired of it. And I told that sheriff, I said, "Oh, if you'll promise me 15 minutes to go inside this shop before y'all get here," I said, "I have him stuck to the wall waiting on you." "Oh no, you can't do that now." But I went in there. You remember the old flash bulbs that had magnesium in them. You know, the cameras had the real bright bulb. You know, you had to change it every time you took it.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a package of them things, and I set a tripwire across the back of my shop. Was about 8 of those bulbs set up in different places, and then I had a damn air horn, and I built a little old bitty air tank and air some gun up and hooked that air horn up on that tripwire too. And this tripwire was about 25 or 30 feet inside the building, and you had to walk down a little aisle between a bunch of steel. And 3 or 4 times I'd go back there and check that tripwire, and it'd be tripped, and there'd be pieces of clothes and everything else where they'd cut through the damn tin wall. But when they went back out of it, they'd be leaving hair and hide and clothes and everything else. And that cured after about 3 times. Well, I didn't have no trouble with that anymore.
Good night there, Timmy Ray.
Good night, Timmy.
Yeah, and here's another one. 5 home invasions. Technically, it was 6, but that one gal, she never broke into any buildings. But so what happened? What I did was I went down to Wally World, and I got those solar paneled motion lights.
Mm-hmm.
Put 6 of them up everywhere. This is a baseball stadium at night, and we're on my house if somebody comes in my yard. All right. So I got those, and so for about a year now, I've had these this monitor system, the camera monitor system, and there's a waste of money because I can't get in because the police seem to be doing their job really well, and I can't get anybody to steal anything from here anymore, except for gas out of my vehicle if it's parked on the street. That's irritating. Now more so.
Calling up, Angie.
There's another device, Ron. I use this other device. Let me go find it for you. The other piece is outside. Anyway, you get these things for $14 at Harbor Freight. It's just this is the receiver, and it's got a wireless transmitter that you put out, and you put it 300 feet away from this receiver, and it'll still pick up, which makes it pretty good. And so I put those up in strategic locations that my cameras can't see. If it goes off, I'm out the door with a can of bear spray.
Y'all, you're talking about finding somebody in your shop here. I don't know. It's been 3 months ago now. I was asleep. I heard something. I don't sleep real heavy at night. And I heard a pickup running. And it was a diesel truck. And I heard that thing sitting there idling and running. And I thought, damn, one of my buddies had to go to work early or something. Well, it kept sitting there running. Well, I got up, picked that 45 of mine up, slid out the door and eased up. And there was a Dodge pickup sitting there idling. And I eased up to it and looked in, and there wasn't nobody in the pickup. So we had a workshop there. And I eased up that workshop and coming around the front of that workshop, and there was no boy in there going through motorcycle parts that my buddy had in there. I walked up about 5 foot behind him and told him, I said, you turn around slow. I said, if you turn around fast, it's not going to be, it's not going to be nice. And he really had 2 motorcycle seats in his hand. And I was glad he did, because if he'd have turned around with a phone in his hand or something, that I'd probably pull the trigger, And but anyway, I put him on the ground, and a little bit of sheriff came out there and got him. But you don't never know when something like that's going to happen. Boy, the panel just got a little better looking.
There you go.
Come make me blush.
Not all male now.
You got no
Hi,
taste.
guys.
I mean, come on.
Hey,
What about me?
So Lex has got better hair than I got.
I don't think so. My hair is not blonde.
See, Here's a prime example of what I was talking about a while ago. They Angie started her channel after I started mine. I got 360 subs, and she's nearly got 1,000. It does help to have the humps and bumps in the right places. See,
No, I just been working my butt off. Let me tell you, it's 2:00 in the morning and I'm still working.
oh Lord.
Editing?
I've got a lot I've got to get editing.
Yep.
We were out all day yesterday, and I toured an old fort and a farm museum. And then today we went metal detecting and out, well, basically took the 4-wheeler out riding around the ridges and stuff. But
Texas?
so
I'd love to go to Arizona for metal detecting.
I would love that. Yep. See, that's one of my newest hobbies now is metal detecting. And
Hello, Outdoor Adventures with Ron. Man, I haven't seen you in a while. You doing okay?
oh, my brother Ron. Hello, Ron.
Is that your brother?
Now all we need to do is get them other two Rons in here, and they get confusing as hell.
Yeah. I thought it was your second channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi,
Uh,
Ron. Outdoor Ron.
Oh.
well, he done changed his name once since I've been up on this thing, and then I think Ron Seas has changed his name once.
Yeah, Diane, that's part of networking.
I
You know?
accidentally got banned on Sonia's channel. Because Jim, he's goes over there. Who is that? I don't know. It's probably Solex. He's got 50,000 names.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
I just figured out how to instantly change my name.
Okay, wackadoodle.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, I'm out there. I'm
Yeah,
now.
oh, yeah.
I would agree that I'm now called eccentric.
You're up there, and you're out there, and you're upstairs, and everywhere.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere. The chicken man.
Yeah, Diane, it does. It helps with getting the subs because you get more loyal watchers and followers. You don't just get the numbers, you know. But, you know, I'm one of those type of people. I have different interests, you know, so why not capitalize on that,
Yep.
you know?
Now
I like
to,
doing the metal
just shoot and
detecting.
show. Just shoot
Yeah.
and show.
now to Jolly Matilda. I was down in Antarctica for 6 months, and I never thought about meteorites being worth money. This is what 35, 40 years ago, though. Dang. If I would have collected all those goofy rocks we were finding on top of the a mile of ice, I did not know that was a meteorite. No, I could have. And apparently they are paying a lot of money for meteorites, for metal,
Yeah.
metal detecting meteorite.
They, well, you know, sometimes I think I'm spread out too thin. Into too many different things. You know, I think being into 2 or 3 and concentrating on them is probably,
You get more accomplished
yeah. You get
when
more
you, yeah.
Yeah, and what I think about that is the more hobbies you have, the higher your stress level goes up. And everybody should be aware that if your stress level is up, you're not going to live longer. So, yeah, I think consolidating down to the best things that you like.
Exactly. And
So
up until
so you're saying you
recently,
guys should get a hobby.
you know, I didn't really have what you'd say a hobby
Metal detecting.
because I was too busy working. You know,
Yeah,
I was always doing things around the house.
Metal
like
detecting
I
can
said-
be considered a hobby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
And I like I said, I've only been out. Well, honestly, Susan from New Horizons, she loaned me her metal detector when she was down this summer. So I'm just starting that, you know. And I'm finding that it is very relaxing. Just getting out there, swiping left to right, listening for the
Just get
beeps.
outside.
Yeah. And it's not after you have the equipment, which I need to get my own. I mean, I will admit that. But if
Hello.
you've got the equipment, it's not that expensive because you don't have to drive forever to get to a place, you know?
Well, let's think about this. So, people who like to go out to metal detect, they pull alongside the road, and then they hike back in there for half a mile. Well, what's the difference between a half a mile and right there by the road?
Yeah.
Because everybody hikes in, and nobody goes right next to the road. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's the way of somebody fishing. I used to laugh when I was fishing bass tournament. Everybody on the bank throws just as far out in the damn lake as they can throw the fish. And everybody in a boat throws just as close to the damn bank as they can throw the fish.
Ain't that the truth?
That's right. I
And
said,
before I go fishing,
see,
I always look where the biggest plant mass underwater is, and that's then getting your kite. Oh, what is that? That's a Hot Wheel.
Yeah.
No
And
rules.
and the what's left over of an old cap gun.
Well, I'll tell
And
you,
I found this in my front yard,
those little busted up things will sell.
you know. And yesterday or one day last week, I got another Hot Wheels out of my front yard.
Yeah.
You know,
I sold.
and it's content too.
I once sold a nail file, one of those metal nail files, for $150, and it came from a place called Fort Steele. Back in the fort was decommissioned back in the late 1880s. And so there was nothing there except a foundation and stuff. It was a farmer's ranch where he herded his, and so we went and talked to him. He let us go over there. We metal detected, and I found all these cool little artifacts. The most thing that I did find was I found out where the stable was, because I was finding all these little horseshoes and junk in there, and that stuff actually sells well.
I found a horseshoe today.
Lucky, you are full of luck. Don't tip it
I won't
upside
say
down.
where.
I tell you what, where my steel shop set, well, if you got on that thing with a metal detector, it'd drive you crazy first, because the steel been worked on top of that thing for 50 years. But it started off as a coal yard for the railroad. The railroad ran right beside of it. And then it was a stable, and then it was a blacksmith shop. And then I built my steel shop on top of it. There ain't no telling what in the hell you could find in that place.
Just
But
think
it
of the layers of history that's in there.
I've drilled post holes in that thing before the set piers, and you go down and hit one layer of dirt about 6 to 8 inches down, and then hit another layer, and at the bottom you hit about a 6 to 8 inch layer of coal, where they just pile that coal up on the ground. You know, just a solid layer of it. But there'd be so many little bitty pieces of steel, it'd drive you crazy trying to do it. Yeah. I got some
Hi,
friends of mine
Ellsworth.
that do a lot of metal detector here in Texas. What they look for, Angie, on the metal detecting is the old houses, the old homesteads.
Those are fun.
That's where they find most of their stuff.
Here's what I learned on those, and got a lot of them down in my neck of the woods, and that's one of the things. My parents' favorite things to do was go through there and pick up little artifacts, like a bottle that's turned rainbow colors. Those are kind of valuable. And what I learned is, yeah, it is true what they say. For every snake that you see, you've already passed over 10 others.
Yeah.
And we've got the Western prairie rattlers up here. And so we got one of those Super 8 movie cameras, you know. and they actually good for frame rates if you just got to get it the right frame rate. And my grandfather, he goes, he grabs a rake out of his truck to smash that rattlesnake. That rattlesnake, when he hit that and he missed that rattlesnake literally went up that piece of wood and almost got him in the hand. I'm going, holy guacamole. Then he shot it, and we slowed the video down from that Super 8 video, and you could see the bullet, and the snake did try to bite that bullet. It's not a myth. Got videos. I'm just saying.
I get tickled at these people that catching these rattlesnakes. And I've seen them rattlesnakes. Rattlesnake don't always sit there and call up and come towards you. And people think them snakes are slow. They're not slow. They can outrun you. And if you get one that's mad, he can be in the middle of you. He'd be 15 foot away and be over there chewing on your leg in just 2 or 3 seconds, you know.
No.
More people don't get bit. Well, most people do get bit playing with them, trying to catch them.
Yeah, it's just what Matilda down here is saying. You see, Western prairie rattlers are short. They're short. They're not as long as a broom handle. No. So in order for that Western rattler to get up that stick to get to my grandfather, he had to launch himself off the ground, and they do that. You know, they say that out there, the animalists say that no, a rattlesnake can only strike half its body length. No, don't trust that.
It's about 3/4 their body length. It seems like. I mean, you know.
I've seen them strike so hard, Andrew, that they slide. That that last call will be on the ground when they strike. They may slide a foot or 18 inches. They strike so hard that, and if they're on smooth ground, they'll just slide another foot, you know.
Yeah.
One of the funniest damn things I ever saw in my life was over a rattlesnake. I had a buddy of mine that was a world's worst. He'd see one crossing the road and he'd run over it. I told him, I said, you're going to get in trouble one of these days doing that.
I've harvested so many rattlesnakes, and most of it was for the venom for the hospitals. They need a never-ending supply because it doesn't store well. So
we were
my cousin, he had an exchange student from France named it's French. It starts with an L. I'm saying that's all I'm saying. So anyway, he said he'd never seen a rattlesnake. He said, well, we'll go get my cousin. So he come and get me. He said, we were looking for rattlesnakes. We can't find any. Because you're walking all over the place. You're never going to find one that way. He said, well, how do you get it? And so I said, well, you see that rabbit hole down there? And it's like the size of a mouse hole. I says, go down there and blow on it. 6 rattlesnakes came out. He wouldn't do it. I had to do it. But 6 rattlesnakes came out because they sense the heat, and so they came out of the thing. We were collecting rattlesnakes and everything. But here's the problem. My dad is deathly afraid of the rattlesnakes. And everybody's out there with their rock bags. We're rock hunting. Yeah, this is Wyoming. It's got some great agates down here, and we're rock hunting and everything. And everybody's got their rock bags full of rocks, and they're dumping it out there and showing their show and tell and thing. And the only thing I put in my rock bag was those 6 rattlesnakes. Dad says, "What do you got there?" "Oh, I didn't find anything." No. Now, when you say that, I know you got something really cool. Let me see what you got there. I didn't find anything, Dad. No, dump it out, kid. So I dumped it out. He jumped off the ground and landed on the trunk of the car. That's back in the day when you do get the belt.
I tell you, this old boy I was talking about, we were riding down the road one day, and he had his arm out the window. And there was about a 3.5 foot rattlesnake crawling across the road. He ran over him, and I guess that snake bit that tire. Anyway, it slung it up, and that snake wrapped around his arm hanging out the window. And how he didn't bite that guy, I'll never know. But now you talk about somebody quitting a truck in a hurry. He left that truck, and that truck was still running about 20 miles an hour down the road. But I don't know how he kept from getting bit. Hello, Lisa. They do some funny things. But I just don't like it. I've seen what rattlesnake bite can do about paralyzing people and they're losing the use of a hand or an arm or a foot. And them things are not made to play with. They've got two or three rattlesnake roundups here, and like the one at Sweetwater, they'll catch anywhere from 5 to 10,000 rattlesnakes in a weekend.
I got a question for our Canadian friend here. So, Little Pissy, do they have rattlesnakes in Canada?
Yeah. Not that. We have out here in the prairies, yeah.
The more northern you, and here's why: the more northern you get, the more permafrost you have, and snakes don't live in permafrost.
No, but we
So-
have more like garter snakes and stuff like that.
I had a friend of mine talked me into going up to Alaska, a little adventure, last frontier. Let's go see it. And he was taking a course down in college with me, and so we went up to Alaska, and he wanted to take some snakes up there with him. I said, "You can't take rattlesnake across the border. It's you just can't do that." So I said, "We gotta cut the heads off because we will never get into Alaska with live rattlesnakes." And so I didn't euthanize them. I killed them. So we got up to the border up there. There's this guy from Montana. Like my dad, I knew this guy. Definitely afraid of snakes. That's why he went to Alaska Border Patrol rather than a Montana Canadian Border Patrol, because he didn't like snakes. So what happens? We're up there at Edmonton. We pull off that little rest area just outside of Edmonton there. And I went out there and I buried the rattlesnake heads and everything, and got rid of the carcasses and everything. And of course, that little 5-gallon bucket smelled to high heaven. And we're driving up. We get up there, and I thought, oh, we're going to play a trick on these guys. And we put our dark glasses on. It's at nighttime, and we pull up there, and we get really low in our chair. And come up to the check station. Says, "Yeah, what do you want?" "Oh yeah, pull it over," because I wanted to be strip searched. I've never been strip searched before. So this Montana guy opens up my trunk. Okay, and there's nothing in there that's going to bother anybody. And he says, "What's that?" Because it stinks. He knows the smell. He says, "Oh, there's nothing there. We had some snakes in there." He goes, "We had your what?" And he put his hand down by his hip where his gun is. Right? And I said, "Well, yeah, but we got rid of them. We buried the carcasses and everything." And he says, "Oh, okay." And he opens up the thing. My friend went and dug the stupid heads up. He didn't tell me. The guy flips the bucket into the air, grabs his gun, pulls it out there. "I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to shoot you." We were at the border office for 8 hours. Every single one of them were poring over the books to find some law I broke.
Did they strip search you?
What?
Did they strip search you?
No, we didn't get that far because they couldn't find a law I broke. You can transport a dead carcass.
So you're a bummed out then. You never got strip searched.
I'm going to say, boy, was that an adventure.
And that's how we got rattlesnakes, because you buried them there.
Yeah, Johnny Appleseed. I plant seeds wherever I go. You're welcome.
Don't they have rattlesnakes up there in that prairie, Mike?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Solik started it all when he buried them.
Duh.
Now they're like rabbits.
I never was surprised in my life as I was when I went to Alaska, drove up the first time. Is there at Hope, that area, it's just lush. It's a rainforest, ferns and everything. When you first go into Canada, you drive about 300 miles, and I'll be damned if it ain't sagebrush and 100 degrees and rattlesnakes. And you drive through that for a couple 300 miles.
Well, if you go southeast of Calgary, there's like a desert there, and they call it Drumheller. That's where they got all the dinosaur museum and stuff like that. And it's like they call it the Badlands. So there's rattlesnakes there.
Well, everywhere you've got a set of mountains, you're gonna have a lot of rain on one side and a desert on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought of something.
Yeah.
Anywhere you find a dinosaur skeleton, that's rattlesnake country. Interesting.
Yeah, right outside of Lethbridge and Calgary and all that.
Something's going on here. Rattlesnakes, are they descendants?
You started it.
There's this one guy who says, "What happened to all the dinosaurs?" And it's the funniest question to a nerd. Yeah. Where did the squirrels come from? Where did the alligators come from? 95 million years of evolution? You think? No, the dinosaurs didn't go anywhere. They're still here. They weren't killed off by an asteroid. That's like saying flat Earth.
Yeah, it's pretty like with the museum. It's I forget the name of it, Terrell Museum in Drumheller, Alberta, and they still dig up dinosaur bones and stuff. It's all in that whole area.
Yeah, you guys got a fabulous dinosaur field. I heard numerous skeletons were pulled out, and some of them almost.
It's not too far from like just above you there, Sola.
I got one for you. Okay, you know Jurassic Park, the Velociraptor. What dinosaur was that patterned after? The Velociraptor was patterned after the dinosaurs that were found 30 miles south of my house. No, not 30 miles. That'd be the Prairie Mountains. No, he's about 10 miles south of my house. The Velociraptor, and so the producers decided to take that dinosaur that's found down there and use that as their Velociraptor in Jurassic Park. Ta-da! Cool, huh?
They found a big dinosaur dig or whatever you want to call it here in Waco here about 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
They're still finding stuff.
Yeah.
And
Just south of Fort Peck Reservoir in Montana is where most all of the dinosaur hunters go. Boy, would I like to comb that. You know, you get a rock hound in there and they'll find dinosaur bones. They got just south of Prairie Mountains in Wyoming, found T-Rex. My cousin actually found it. He's the sheriff of Basin County, Wyoming, and T-Rex. Really? I had no idea T-Rexes were that far north.
Hello, Down Under Cruisers.
Hey,
Sean.
hey, Sean, how you doing?
Sean.
I used to fool with a lot of Indian artifacts, broadheads and arrowheads, spear points and stuff like that, collecting them.
yeah.
And the Brazos River that I live just within a few miles of is one of the few rivers in Texas that flows continually before they put dams in. It was it was a year-round water supply. So the Indians traveled it, and they had these big mounds where they camped. And flint won't ship straight. You probably know this, Solek, unless you preheat it for 12 hours. And so they'd lay a bed of flint down and build up campfires on top of it, and where it would heat that flint. And they kept doing that, and eventually they built a big mound. Well, we used to go in there and dig in mounds all the time. I had, oh Lord, a jillion damn broadheads. And then we found a mummy one time.
Oh, fun.
And I said, dude, that's the end of that bullshit. I'm not disturbing this, you know. And we backed out of it, and I never have got into it since then. The damn idiots that was with me went back and dug that mummy up. And one of them had it sitting in his living room for a long time, and finally wound up giving it to Texas Rangers Hall of Fame up there. But you know, that's not right there. And I never have got back into it since then. In fact, I gave all my arrowheads and stuff away. Well, folks,
Now, even here in Charleston, we have places. Well, there's a place in West Virginia called Moundsville. But even in Charleston, there's the talk about going up to the mound or whatever. There's a big Indian burial mound, you know, that they keep protected.
yeah, it just now that you can't dig mounds unless it's on private property now.
Yeah.
So you can't get on public property.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to go down to Nazca, Peru with a friend of mine when he was going. I'm not going to email you. Thank you very much. But anyway, they went down there to forensically look at some mummies that were found down there. Oh, I wanted to go. So what happened was this little kid. Why is it always a little kid looking for their goats that find all the cool stuff, huh? This little kid was down there in Nazca, Peru, and that's where the alien whatever lines are up there. And so what they found was they found gray aliens. Not kidding you. And you can see them for yourself. You can go to just type in unearthing Nazca. And so what my friend did, he took down all kinds of forensic scientists with him. Did the DNA analysis, did the X-ray. So everybody said, "Oh, it's fake, it's fake." So yeah, the people who are saying it's fake, the people who hadn't seen the mummifications yet. But 4 of them, or no, 3, were about 16 inches tall. The tallest one of the 5 or 6 that they collected was 5 feet tall. That's pretty big for a gray, I'm telling you. But there were some anomalies in there that I've never seen in another animal. It had the mother, which they call Alice or something, had a subcutaneous unknown metal implanted underneath the breastbone. I don't know how that's done. And they found that there were eggs inside this, indicating that the ufologists who say the gray aliens are lizards. Well, that's probably true because the same way that was seen in those videos. But please, if you want to see that there is no such thing as aliens, the gray aliens were actually here already. We got mummies to prove it.
How far are you from North Carolina, Andrew?
Me?
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Yeah, you know, on
It
the
takes-
East Coast there.
Yeah, it takes me about 4 hours to get to Virginia and a couple hours to get through Virginia. So I'd say 8-10 hours.
Well, if you ever read about the gold strike there, the first gold rush was in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they've
Yeah.
got a lot of places you can metal detect and pan and stuff in North Carolina. I got a buddy that lives up there, does it all the time.
I have to attack one of our commenters here, if you don't mind. Down under cruisers, Sean, are you kidding me? Of course, I'm going to talk about that crap because it's fun. But one thing that I'd like to know in retaliation to your comment is how much do you send to Ilya? Oh, God damn. Oh, for heaven's sakes, I forgot a name. How much money do you send to your wife's PayPal for polishing your head? Because that's a lot of work. I'm just kidding. I love you, buddy.
Hey, Diane, is he for sure having surgery tomorrow?
I thought it was an information.
Or did
thing,
he just have to? Yeah,
a consultation?
Ilana.
I thought it was a consultation.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, okay.
They,
To see if he really has to have surgery.
Yeah, because you got 2 different reports.
Right,
Well,
right.
you know, on a gallstone like that, you can have surgery now or you can have it later, but you're going to have surgery if it's big enough to bother you. They're not like kidney stone. You can't pass them.
I love Sean's wife's name. It's a great name. Every time I hear the word Ilana,
Alana.
I think of a Polynesian beauty and a secluded lagoon with a waterfall behind her with her hair all wet coming out of the water. Ilana, it's a great name, man.
It is. That's, yeah.
Now, you know, have you ever heard of them taking those gallstones and taking ultrasound and busting them?
What? Gallstones?
That, you can shatter them with sound.
Right. Okay. I agree.
And they'll pulverize it to where you can get rid of it sometime, but it's got everything got to be just right to do that.
Yeah.
Tim from Time for Exploring, he went through a bout of passing one of those things. It was brutal. We almost lived it with him.
Well, folks, it's been about 2 hours. I think I'm going to get out of this thing and hit the sack.
No, we're having too much
Oh,
fun.
come on, Ron. Really?
You're gonna have to
Oh,
clear, Angie. Yo, I tell you what. First, I came on here and I come on here for an hour, and then that wasn't long enough. They raised hell in an hour and a half. Then they raised hell in when it got to 2 hours, and then it was 3 hours, and then it was 4 hours, and I said, "The hell with it. 2 hours gonna be it."
put the foot down, Ron. Put the foot down.
Oh Lord!
Uh,
After about 2 hours in here on this time frame, walking around with one eye open, and that's all. The next morning, I got too much doing. But anyway, I enjoyed it, Mike, Solak, Angie, and Mr.
Okay.
Lane,
Wake up, Lance. We're going.
and everybody in the chat. Y'all come back tomorrow. We'll be here.
Thanks
Good night.
for bringing us up there, Ron.
Great being here. Later on, everybody.